We light our chalice this morning with words from Howard Thurman. Open unto me, light for my darkness. Open unto me, courage for my fear. Open unto me, hope for my despair. Open unto me, peace for my turmoil. Welcome to this, the third of our weekly midweek reflections. We are in Holy Week in this part of the world, the week when many Christians will be reflecting on the human journey from Palm Sunday to Easter. And we reflected on the lessons of Palm Sunday a couple of days ago, and Easter will, I'm sure, be the theme of our service this Sunday. However, it's good to remember too the value of other faith traditions, the stories that might bring additional insight to the way we perceive and the way we live our complex lives. This time of COVID-19, in fact, reminds us very much of the international oneness of humanity. We are all vulnerable to this virus. There is no national, no ethnic, no religious identity that provides greater immunity. We are all truly in this together, and the lessons and experiences of people across the world bring us wider understanding too. There are questions about how we are protected and about how different people are looked after. That's a different question. We are all in this together. Now today, April the 8th, is a day of a great festival in the Hindu and the Jain traditions, the festival of Hanuman Jayanti. Now Hanuman, the monkey god, Hanuman features in several ancient Hindu epics, most especially in the Ramayana. And Hanuman is the most loyal and selfless friend of the amazing Lord Rama, the ultimate hero. And Hanuman assists Rama in his defeat in war of his great enemy, Ravana. Now the story of Hanuman's works for his Lord Rama are just so wide-ranging. He sets fire to enemies with his tail, he shape-shifts throughout the stories, he lifts mountains, he crushes the bad guys, he suffers himself through his selfless pursuit to rescue Rama's beloved from the enemy. He's also a great joker. He's shape-shifting as he moves and morphs around. His shape-shifting is often a witty way to counter danger. In one story, where his enemies are trying to burn the end of his tail, he just keeps extending the tail as far as he can. They never quite get to it. They never reach it, laughing. Now this is a major festival in India and other places where Hindu festivals will be so widely celebrated. And celebration is usually accompanied by the giving of treats and images and statues of Hanuman in temples, reciting prayers, writing songs, singing songs, telling the stories from the Ramayana, from the Mahabharata, and from other Hindu epics. And the hope is to call for the selfless protection of Hanuman, a protection against evil, a tireless friend who will always be there for you. Now I'm sure the lockdown in India and other places where Hindu communities will be celebrating will dampen the outdoor festivities, but they will not, I am sure, lessen the focus on calling the strengths of Hanuman into people's lives once more. Now, the stories and images are all very wonderful, but deep down, this is a day to reflect on transformation. The very nature of Hanuman's shape-shifting reminds his devotees of the need to adapt to difficult situations, of the importance of changing perspective, trying new approaches. Strength is not everything. Knowing how to deploy it is far more important. Now, other key values of the stories of Hanuman will bring to the fore, which are the need for the humour in adversity, of selfless devotion to the common good, portrayed here as the avatar Sri Rama, and a sense of perseverance that will keep people focused on the tasks ahead. Now, traditional Western thinking can all too often dismiss some of the Hindu tales as works of complete fiction. I suggest this is a simplification that is both unfair and a mindset that in itself misses the point completely. These epic tales are true. The Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and others tell stories of hundreds and thousands of gods, each with their own identity, each with their own personality. Just like humankind and the divine within it. They tell the truths of the world in ways that underpin the importance of reflection, of meditation, of placing our own lives in the hands of the gods. But not passively. Instead, by learning of the traits, of the disciplines, of strengths by which they overcome obstacles and restore calm and order to their world. So what might those of us who are not bound into this tradition and context of the Ramayana and other epics take from this? For me, the reminder that humanity is one, and that we are each able to learn and understand from each other's traditions and stories is an important one. To reflect on how we might bring a little shape-shifting, a little more devotion, and some much-needed humour to our world right now is important. To reflect on how we might mirror the attributes of the powerful and deeply true and epic stories of the gods and their experiences is an opportunity we would be foolish to miss. To shapeshift like Hanuman, and to place ourselves into these stories, just briefly, can start to shed light on our own beliefs and structures. I am neither Hindu nor Jain, and I cannot begin to claim to understand the deeper cultural context of these stories, nor should I. But I can instead appreciate the underlying eternal truths in them, and use these as a prompt to deepen my understanding of me, of the divine within me and everyone else, and of the world around me. The image of the monkey god Hanuman can bring me awareness. Let us take a short time in stillness now to reflect on the universal importance of adapting to circumstance, of perseverance in the face of adversity, of the need for good humour wherever we might find it. At this time of global pandemic, as many of us are worried, are concerned, are wondering what comes next, to hold these strengths of context, these strengths of perseverance, pragmatism. Let us relax, perhaps closing our eyes. Let us reflect we come together in stillness and in silence. This will be broken with music.